If I told you your glass of water is mostly empty space, you might look at me like I just tried to high-five a cloud. But let me show you what I mean. I've got a clear glass of water and a spoonful of sugar. Watch this. I stir in the sugar, it disappears, and the water level barely changes. That's not magic. It's because particles of matter have space between them. The water molecules are like people at a concert with some elbow room. When I add sugar, those sugar particles slip into the gaps between the water molecules. I can stir in more and more, up to a point, because the spaces can host sugar particles until the solution gets saturated. And if I warm the water a little, even more room, because higher energy means more motion and more opportunities for sugar to fit in. Now, you might be thinking, wait, if there's space, are those particles just sitting there? Nope. Particles of matter are continuously moving. Always. Quick test. I'll open a bottle of perfume on one side of the room, without waving it, without moving around. Give it a moment, and eventually you smell it across the room. That spreading happens because perfume particles are zipping through the air, colliding, bouncing, and diffusing from high concentration to low concentration. Same vibe in water. I drop a bit of food coloring into a still glass, no stirring. Over time, those color particles wander and spread out evenly all by themselves. That's diffusion again. Random motion doing organized work. If we went microscopic, we'd see jittery motion called Brownian motion, where tiny bits jiggle because they're constantly getting smacked by smaller, faster particles. It looks like chaos, but the average behavior makes totally predictable patterns. So we've got space, and we've got motion. But here's the twist. If particles were only about space and motion, everything would just drift apart. They also attract each other. Grab a cold glass and watch what happens in humid air. Little water droplets form on the outside. Why? Water molecules are attracted to each other, so once a few stick to the glass, they pull in more and merge into droplets. That same attraction is why water forms beads on a waxed car and stretches into little domes on a penny. It's called cohesion. Water attracted to water, and it creates surface tension, like a tight skin that holds drops together. These attractions aren't all or nothing. Different substances have different strengths of attraction. That's why honey pours slowly, because its particles tug on each other strongly, but alcohol evaporates quickly because its particles don't hold on as tightly, and zoom off into the air more easily. Let's tie this together. Matter is made of tiny particles. There's space between them, so other particles can slip in. They're constantly moving, so smells spread and colors diffuse without help. And they attract each other, which makes droplets form, liquids bead up, and some stuff flow thick, while others fly away as vapor. Next time you stir sugar into coffee or catch a whiff of popcorn from across the hall, you're seeing particle physics play out right in your kitchen.